Good morning, Hampton Academy Sharks.
Today is September 22nd, 2017.
I'm Andy Georges.
And I'm Jessica Gelbstein. Today is a white day or an A day.
It's time to start thinking about ordering your 2018 Hampton Academy yearbook. Yearbooks can be purchased online only by clicking the link on the Hampton Academy homepage.
And if you order before September 30th, you will receive 15% off. The regular price is $15, so get your order in now and you won't have to worry about it at the end of the year.
Tech Club will meet Monday and Tuesday in the computer lab. All are welcome.
Student Council will meet on Monday in Miss Gillis's room. It is not too late for new members to join.
Congratulations to our students that participate in the Summer Reading Challenge.
Celebrations will take place in the library on Thursday, September 28th.
6th grade students will celebrate with an ice cream party in the library right after lunch starting at 12:55.
7th and 8th grade students will celebrate with a breakfast in the library starting during homeroom period.
Participants will be receiving passes to the event through their homerooms today and Monday.
Next week on Friday, there is an all-day professional development workshop for teachers. There will be no school for students on Friday. Shark News will therefore film Wednesday and air on Thursday.
Please be aware there is no late bus on Wednesday, so Shark News participants will need a ride home on Wednesday. Are you interested in photography and graphic design? If so, then Yearbook Club is the activity for you.
The club meets every Tuesday in Mr. Doherty's room. New members are really needed, so come sign up.
Lunch today will be chicken quesadilla, pizza, carrot sticks, and a blueberry cup.
I'm here with Mr. O'Connor, our school principal. Good morning, Mr. O'Connor.
Good morning, Alex.
We're doing a segment on shark block. Would you please tell us what goes on in shark block?
Well, as you know, we do shark block period every single day for 45 minutes. And all students at Hampton Academy have access to Common Core curriculum and instruction first. But shark block gives you that little extra. So it's an additional opportunity for enrichment or extensions or targeted support.
We will be featuring some of the shark block activities from various classes throughout the year. This week, Bailey visited Mr. Tierney's 7th grade shark block, and Emily visited Mrs. Warburton's 7th grade shark block.
I'm here with two 7th grade students, Abby McDonald and Bailey Reinerson, who are both part of Mr. Tierney's Shark Block class. So Bailey, what are you doing in Shark Block?
We're researching environmental issues in New England such as Lyme disease, endangered species, and invasive species.
That's cool. So what are you going to do with this research in the end?
After we research, we're going to make a few paragraphs and turn it into an oral report and present it in front of the class.
That is really cool. Thank you guys so much for being on Shark News. I'm here with the science teacher on 7-8 Academy, Mr. Tierney. So, Mr. Tierney, what's the purpose of doing this project in Shark Block?
Hi, Bailey. The purpose is twofold. One is that to get the students to understand some local environmental issues, which are pretty important. And the other is to be able to stand up in front of class and give a speech. Good practice, good skill to have, and hopefully some practice for 8th grade oratorical.
That is so cool. Thank you so much, Mr. Tierney, for being on Shark News.
Thanks, Bailey.
I'm here with two more of Mr. Tierney's Shark Block students, Sophie Ravencraft and Sophie Rumler. So, Sophie, what are the steps that go into this project?
Okay, so first we picked a few topics to research, and then we picked one of those topics that we thought that was the most interesting, and we did more research on that one and put it into paragraphs, and then we present.
And Sophie, what are some topics that you think other people would like to know about?
Well, one topic is a landfill out near UNH, and it powers all of UNH. It gives it their light and their heat, and there's also some endangered species that people are researching.
That is really cool. Thank you guys for being on Shark News.
Good morning. I'm here with 3 7th grade students, Sydney Whalen, John Savage, and Andrea Georges. So, Andrea, what have you done so far in your shark block?
So far in Shark Block, we've done combining parts, which is where we had a lot of just parts, and we had to make a machine with them. And we've done a raft rally where we made tinfoil boats using a 20 by 20 centimeter piece of tinfoil, and we had to make the boat float in water and see how many pennies it could hold.
Great. So, John, what is your current shark block project?
We're working on constructing a parachute that will have the most hang time.
Interesting. And Sydney, do you expect to be successful at this challenge?
Probably not. We haven't been very successful in our last challenge. In our Raft Rally Challenge, our boat only held 7 pennies before it sunk. So we'll have to wait and see.
That's too bad. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm here with 7 Hampton science teacher, Mrs. Warburton. So, Mrs. Warburton, what is the purpose of these activities that we do in Shark Block?
So my Shark Block, I'm a Tier 1 teacher, so I want students to have some practice with some of their writing, some of the math skills, and even some science skills. So the challenges that I present them with have them working through the scientific method and the engineering design process to go through the steps, work their way through that challenge, and then the team in my class who achieves the highest score in a particular challenge is rewarded for that. And at the end of the rotation, the winning team for the Shark Block rotation also is awarded or rewarded for that.
Great, thank you.
Good morning, Hampton Academy Sharks. I'm here with Miss Saunders, our school librarian, and I'm going to be here to talk to you about the Hampton Academy book cart. So, Miss Saunders, what is this book cart?
This book cart is called the Pop-Up Library, and it is a way for students to check out books down in the cafeteria.
What is the purpose of the book cart?
Well, I created this cart initially for 6th grade students because they're over at Marston and wouldn't have as easy access to the library. I then realized that 7th and 8th graders would probably be interested in checking out books during lunch as well, so that's the purpose of the book cart.
What is on this book cart, Miss Saunders?
So I have books in all different genres on the cart. Each genre is labeled, and it also includes nonfiction books and graphic novels as well.
And how can you check out or return books?
Great question. So what you'll do is find the book that you want on the cart and use the sign-out sheet. You'll just have to put in your first and last name, the title of the book, and the barcode, which is located on the back of the book. If you want to return a book, all you have to do is come back to the cart, and there's on the bottom shelf, it says, return your books here. So just put your books there. And if you want to return books that aren't even from the book cart, just from the regular library, go ahead and put them on that bottom shelf.
And what's this other cart I see right here?
Okay, so the yellow cart is for library holds. So there's another way you can check out books from the library without being in the library. If you go onto the library catalog and sign in under your account, you can put books on hold. When they're available, I'll send you a letter to your homeroom teacher, and then I'll also put the book on the yellow cart for you, and you can just take it and go.
Thank you, Miss Saunders, for being on Shark News.
Thanks for having me.
Good morning. I'm here with Mr. Waters, our substitute chorus teacher while Miss Reno is out. So, Mr. Waters, what are your first impressions of Hampton Academy?
Well, I have to say the pipes in the basement are quite low, and I've hit my head several times. But beyond that, it's a very nice school, and I have to say I would be so excited if I can come back and see what all the renovations are going to look like for the 6th grade and the arts and things. That's going to be very exciting.
That's great. So what are you looking forward to in this time that you'll be here?
Well, first I have to look forward to learning everyone's names, and I'm quite rubbish at learning names, so hopefully I will be able to do it. But we're going to have a big concert this winter, and already people are excited about that. When I told them what we were doing, they were very intrigued. And I am looking forward to hearing their singing voices and working with them on the art of singing.
That's great, and we're so glad you're here. Thank you for being on Shark News.
Thank you. It was my pleasure.
I'm here with paddleboarder Dante Garassi and paddleboarder advisor Mrs. Bowen and Mrs. Morrissey and Phoebe. Good morning, everyone.
Good
morning.
Good morning.
Mrs. Bowen, can you tell us a little bit about the paddleboarding group? How many students are in it, and when and for how long do you meet?
Sure, Grace. We are made up of, there's 9 students, all grade levels, involved in the paddleboarding group. We meet every Thursday at Cinnamon Rainbows from 3:30 to 5, and we do it for 4 sessions.
That's awesome. And Mrs. Morrissey, who sponsors the group, and what kind of tips have they provided the students?
Well, Hampton Academy does it in conjunction with Dave Cropper at Cinnamon Rainbows. So we meet down at Cinnamon Rainbows at Dave's shop. And the first week they tell us how to carry the boards and bring them down to the water, and where to sit on one, to start on your knees, and how to stand up, and actually how to use the paddle the correct way.
That's awesome. And Dante and Phoebe, would you tell us a little bit about your experience with the paddleboarding group?
Well, it's really fun. It's kind of challenging to stand up on the board, but last week we saw a seal around another boat's mooring, and it was really cute and it's fun.
So I have to agree, it is very fun, and I think the best part about it is just being able to hang out with your friends and just try to challenge yourself to stand up while the waves are going right under your board. Well, I just think it's a lot of fun.
Thank you, guys.
And now for your weather. So we do have 4 weather photos this week. First off, dewdrops on turning leaves from Emily LeBlanc. Thank you, Emily, for sending that one in. Sunset over the Isles of Shoals from Mrs. Strong. Thank you, Mrs. Strong, and another one from Mrs. Strong. Have a rosy day. Thank you again, Mrs. Strong, for sending that in. Then the late summer sky from Mr. Doherty. Thank you also, Mr. Doherty, for sending that in. Now we're going to look at our 5-day forecast. Today, a temperature of 73 degrees, and it's going to be 73 degrees on Saturday too, but at least on Saturday we're going to be seeing a little bit of sun. And then on Sunday and Monday, we're also seeing some sun and around the temperature of 78, 79 degrees. On Tuesday, we're going to be seeing a little bit of rain. That's the only rain we're seeing in this 5-day forecast here, but 73 degrees, so a lower temperature of the week. Now we're looking at Hurricane Jose. So Hurricane Jose, we're seeing, is up by us, actually, and it has its spiral is kind of coming away, and what you see up top are actually thunderstorms that are being caught in the rotations. And now we're looking at Maria, which is barreling over some of the islands in the Caribbean, like Haiti and the Dominican, and you can see it's an actual spiral, and the eye in the middle is covered by one of the red dots, but it is really nicely done. And behind about where my hand is right now, we're going to be looking at some thunderstorms here, and that's your weather. I'm Bailey Jacobs.
Celebrating their birthdays today are Avanish Althuri and Gavin Westfall. Happy birthday, Avanish and Gavin. And remember, before you speak,
text or email,
ask yourself,
is it kind?
Is it true?
Is it necessary?
And remember the Academy way.
Manage yourself,
act responsibly,
and respect yourself and others.
Go out there and make it a great day.